get off my lawn.
Happy Earth Day, viewers! Night at Night here with a special review for all of you. In September 1987, Jim Henson pitched the Jim Henson Hour, and that was worth of content that would let all of his creative juices flow. The first half of the hour would focus on doing it with friends old and new, operating in a control room called Muppet Central, had access to video feed from everywhere in the universe, and would use that to put on a show reminiscent of the old Muppet Show. The other half of the hour was usually an episode of The Storyteller, where the title character would recount European folklore. I say usually because every now and then the other half of the hour, or even the full hour, would be something else entirely, as is today with this review of The Song of the Cloud Forest, which aired on July 16 of 1989. It focuses on a golden toad named Milton, performed by Dave Goelz, whose call for a mate had gone unanswered for as long as he could remember. How fortunate then that a pair of humans have entered the forest with a female toad, hoping to save the species from extinction. The other animals, though, fear that the humans mean to do Milton harm. The visuals for this half-hour special are gorgeous. True, the backgrounds are green screens, only a few props for characters to perch on, wrap around, or hide behind, but I love the lush setting of a rainforest. One of the human scientists compares it like being in church, and if I really tried, I guess I could see where she was coming from. Then you have the puppets. While Milton, Blanche the Chameleon, and Nick the Anaconda all have a rather standard Muppet vibe to them, you also get Wilt the Howler Monkey and Art the Armadillo, who are highly stylized. If I had to guess, I'd say the designs were inspired by Aztec artwork. Then we have Quetzal, who may be an animatronic puppet, given the way her head, wings, and beak move, while Carmen Quetes provided her voice. Because I couldn't think of a better place to put this, I was confused about why one of the characters was an armadillo when I was younger, as a lot of this special takes place up in the trees, and it's kind of ambiguous how tall the trees actually are. However, I did a bit of research and found out that, yeah, armadillos can totally climb trees if their claws and legs are strong enough. Thanks, Jim. Got me to learn something. In regards to the music, I'm not sure I can probably describe the background or transition music, other than something that feels very appropriate for a jungle/rainforest setting. Very calm, soothing, and natural in a sense. There's a scene where the animals use their environment and their own bodies and calls to make music, and the whole thing will just bring a smile to your face. But if you're at all familiar with this special, there's one song that really stood out. Munching Forests. A visiting Robin lets the other animals believe that he's an expert on humans, since they live around his tree up north, but in reality he knows next to nothing about them, as he tells the rainforest animals through song that humans eat the forests and animals that live in them. People to remember this special cite this song as one of the scarier moments in their childhood, since the humans are depicted as stone-like monsters, devour everything they can cram into their big white mouths full of sharp teeth. The music for this segment also contrasts heavily with what came before and what will come after, being loud and in your face with odd-tuned voices. The final song has Milton singing a lament about how hopeless his life seems, the difficult choice of letting himself be captured and taken away, or letting his species go extinct just so he can stay in the forest. Goelz has gone on record as saying he thinks he's the weakest singer of the old school Muppet performers. But songs like this and Gonzo's iconic "I'm Going to Go Back There Someday" I beg to argue otherwise. The golden toad went extinct in 1989 after years of being a critically endangered species due to a skin fungal infection that thrived on due to global warming. During Munching Forests, the line "What They Don't Know Sure Can Harm Us" perfectly captures how human ignorance can have a negative effect on wildlife. Characters also point out how the disappearance of one species can have an effect on all of them. So as much as we may want mosquitoes to go extinct, if it was removed from the global food chain, the whole thing could be seriously damaged, and who knows how long it would take to be repaired. If ever. Yeah, no, this is in no way subtle, but when something is along the lines of an entire species going extinct, sometimes you gotta drop the subtlety. This isn't the first time Jim tackled extinction. Robin and a whole bunch of other frogs discussed it in their segment on a Time Warner Earth Day special in the 1990s.
Oh, I'd hate to be extinct, even for a few minutes.
Well, you don't become extinct for a few minutes, Robin. It's forever.
This swamp used to teem with life, but it's quieter now. Some of the old animals are gone.
Dead and gone. All this doesn't seem to have much effect on people. There's more of them all the time.
True.
Hey, Uncle Kermit, could we become extinct?
Well, it's possible, unless people can try to fix the damage they've caused to the Earth.
So it's really not up to us.
No, it's not. It's up to people.
Up to them, up to them, up to them.
This is Night Ice saying thanks for watching, and please share your thoughts with me.